To be cringe is to be free. Some people really like to push your boundaries and see how far they can push. Sometimes you need to be rude. That's kind of like the core of self love. Hello, guys, and welcome back to my channel. With the Valentine's Day approaching, I decided to make a little video about something really, really important. Something that I actually consider to be the most important thing, which is self love. This video is for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not, doesn't matter if you're interested in being in a relationship, doesn't matter whatsoever. Your relationship with yourself has a huge impact on your whole life and on the quality of all of your relationships. Doesn't matter if they're romantic, friendships, family relationships, business, partnerships, all of that stuff. I'd like to give you some tips on how to improve and deepen your self love and improve the quality of your relationship with yourself. I feel like it's getting really dark outside. Hmm. Let's jump straight to it. Okay, so first and foremost, you have got to learn yourself. And let me rephrase that. You have to study yourself. You have to get to know yourself really, really well on a really deep level. You've got to understand your positive traits, your negative traits, because we all have that. Okay, you have got to understand what kind of person you are, what you like. Sometimes we don't know what we actually like because we are so used to being told what to do and what to like. We're constantly influenced from different sources, from our family and society to social media and stuff like that. So get to know what you actually like, you as a person. Now you have to understand the kinds of things that you actually enjoy doing. You have to spend some time by yourself. You have to learn to enjoy solitude and understand what you can do, how to have fun by yourself, how to entertain yourself, how to enjoy spending time alone, okay? Without constantly craving the company of other people and external validation. This is one of the most important things. Now, if you want to go even deeper, if you want to do the advanced pro plus max level, if this is all too familiar to you, then you have to start doing shadow work. Start really diving into your own shadow and learning about your shadow side and making peace with it, accepting it. You can only fully accept yourself and love yourself once you fully accept your shadow side. And shadow work will help you tremendously to understand your deep desires, to understand your traumas, to understand your limiting beliefs and stuff like that. I can make a whole separate video on that because it's a huge topic on its own. But I will just sort of mention here so you can do your own research in the meantime. All right, the next thing is setting boundaries. I cannot stress enough how important this one is. I constantly talk about this one with my loved ones. How people treat you has nothing to do with how you treat them. Okay? People treat you how you allow them to treat you and how you treat yourself. People can read your energy and understand what they can get away with. If someone is a happy, self loving person, they will never treat anyone disrespectfully, unprovoked, that is, right? No matter what mood they are in. So a mood is never an excuse. And you can be as empathetic as you want to be, but do not allow people to treat you like a doormat. Some people really like to push your boundaries and see how far they can push, how much they can get away with, and how poorly they can treat you for no good reason, really. I really would like for you to start learning how to protect yourself, how to defend yourself, and how to stand up for yourself. This is generally one of the most important skills because when you stand up for yourself, you signal to your own brain that you are someone who is loved and someone who is worthy of being protected and loved and treated with respect. So please do not take this lightly. Please do not laugh at unfunny, disrespectful jokes of anyone, okay? I understand that it can be really hard, especially if it's coming from your family, and a lot of the times it comes from your family. Please start protecting yourself and setting boundaries gently. You don't have to be disrespectful, you don't have to be rude. If you ask me, I think that sometimes you need to be rude. Sometimes you really need to say it how it is. but don't ever start like that. Always start very respectfully and always be calm. Be firm when you are setting boundaries. Thank you very much. Next one is a really good one because we talk about self love a lot as some kind of like ethereal concept, right? So, this next step is love yourself through actions and discipline. Now, you can go back and watch my very first video on the basics of blowing up, because there I go into detail of setting goals, of organizing your routine and stuff like that. You have to learn to rely on discipline, not on motivation. So, what that will do in the long run, it will increase your confidence because you will show yourself time and time again that you are someone who is responsible, someone who is reliable, someone who you can trust, and someone you can always depend on because you always show up for yourself. You have got to get really organized and start working on yourself and on your actual goals. Something else that I can add here is that you can take all of the love languages and use them on yourself. You don't have to pick just one love language, by the way. No, take them all. Take them all and apply them to yourself. That can be your affirmations, words of affirmation that you can say it to yourself. You can give yourself little gifts. You can give yourself little tokens of appreciation, and you can do acts of service for yourself. You have to become that person who is enjoyable for you to spend time with. So that's kind of like the core of self love. You have to become the safe space for yourself. I strongly suggest you set some good self care routines, self soothing routines. I really recommend you write down several lists of different things that you can do when you are feeling really low. So, like, write a list of the things that you can do when you are anxious, when you're sad, when you're angry, when you are feeling really, really low, when you are bored, when you are just generally feeling lost in life. Think about things that bring you joy that you forget in the moment when you are feeling really low, and get back to those lists whenever you need them. I would call that a toolbox. You are basically take care of your future self. Now, this next one is especially relevant for women because a lot of the times we were not taught to do that. But I'm going to say that put yourself and your needs first, always at all times. You can never help anyone, you can never save anyone if you do not attend to yourself first. You have to make sure that you fill your own cup first, that you are coming from the place of love that is overflowing. Make sure that you are resting very well and every day. Rest is not selfish, rest is not lazy, and it's not unproductive. Rest is actually really productive because when you are resting, you are protecting yourself from burning out. When you burn out, you can't do anything. You're completely not morally, you're completely mentally paralyzed and you can't do anything at all. This is one of the most debilitating things. Sometimes you feel so exhausted, you don't even know what to do. So taking really good care of yourself and making sure that you rest, that you have a strong mind body connection, and you start to notice little signs of your body telling you that you need to take a break. Please do not wait until you get sick, okay? I'm right. This is facts. I'm not making this up. I'm also speaking from experience. So, ooh, this is a good one. This is one of the best advice, honestly. This, at some point when I learned about this, it shook my world. I'm not gonna lie to you. Treat yourself like someone you love. Treat yourself like your best friend. Treat yourself like a partner. Treat yourself like a child. Treat yourself like that person you really, really deeply love. You know, imagine your best friend, imagine you someone really, really deeply who comes to you with a problem. What would you do? Would you dismiss them? Would you tell them to forget about it and do something else, go on TikTok and scroll for 2 hours? What would you tell them? Would you give them a hug? Would you give them space? Would you allow space for their emotions? Would you hold them while they're crying? Would you make them a hot cup of tea or something like that? Would you listen to them? Would you validate their feelings? Do that to yourself. Apply those things to yourself too, because you deserve love. That's exactly what self love is. I feel like a lot of people talk about Well, maybe not so much now, but in the past at least, like people talked about self-care mostly in terms of like sheet masks and like shopping and stuff like that. And I kind of would like to move a little bit away from that because those things are great and you already know that there's nothing easier than doing a sheet mask, right? But the sheet mask won't fix your traumas and rewrite your limiting beliefs. This is something that nobody else can do but you. And once you do that, and you automatically become a better friend, a better partner, you become just a better person overall. Because someone who loves themselves is so much kinder to other people, is so much more patient. This next step is about nourishing yourself and consuming mindfully. Yes, I'm talking about food. Make sure that you're eating well, you're feeding yourself well, right? That you're nourishing your body. But also, please make sure that the content you consume and the people you follow actually nourish you and actually inspire and motivate you and not make you feel low and bad about yourself. There's nothing wrong with muting people and blocking people and unfollowing people. Don't there's no reward. There's genuinely no reward for treating yourself poorly. Please make sure the content you consume is good for your soul, is actually good for you, that the people you're watching online treat themselves respectfully and lovingly and inspire you to do the same to yourself. That actually will make a pretty big difference. Now, the final point is do not limit yourself. So many people will project their insecurities and their fears on you and will basically limit you, tell you what you can and cannot do, tell you that your dreams are unrealistic, tell you that it's silly what you're trying to do or whatever else, right? That you should never try to be too much. Please do not do this to yourself. Please learn to listen to your own heart and listen to your own voice before anyone else. You can listen to other people, but please do not take those things to heart unless those people are supporting you and inspiring and encouraging you. So dream big, take risks responsibly, might I add. Reach out to people, ask for help. There's nothing embarrassing about that. What's the worst thing that can happen? People will say no. That's it. You move on. Use the opportunities that you have, take them without feeling any guilt, without feeling any shame. Put yourself out there. I mean, if you're a creative person, you understand this, and I understand this, of course. Learn to put yourself out there without the fear of being judged. To be completely honest with you, that actually doesn't matter. You can do things while you're scared. Just do it. When you take risks, you're expanding your comfort zone, which is contributing massively towards you feeling so proud of yourself and being confident, improving your self-image and your self-esteem. And this is something that nobody else can do for you. Please do not be afraid to fail, to try again. It's not about how many times you know the saying, right? You learn from every single thing you consider a failure and you do better next time. As long as you keep going, as you keep trying, you're going to be good. Please do not be afraid to be cringy, especially if you're a creative person. Do not let the fear of other people thinking that you're cringy stop you. To be cringy basically means to be authentically yourself, like if that's what it is. To be cringe is to be free. To be cringe is to be free. There's no other way than to be authentically yourself. You cannot truly feel proud of yourself and truly love yourself if you're constantly trying to imitate someone else, if you're trying to be someone else. There's nobody else to be. You're already yourself and nobody else can be you. Also, please do not let rejections stop you. It's truly so powerful to understand that rejection is a redirection in every scenario, in any area and aspect of your life. And always keep in mind that other people are focusing on themselves. Everybody is always thinking about themselves, and people are worried about how they are perceived. Nobody's thinking about you all the time. And the thing is that if people are thinking about you and they are judging you, you're so much more interesting to their own life. So if anything, congratulations. You have a fan club. You have to start noticing the beautiful things in life. You have to start noticing the beautiful things about yourself. Write gratitude lists. Honestly, this is one of the best things that you can do for your mental health, also. Because the more you do that, and especially if you focus on the little things, you have to get like really nitty gritty and try to come up with like ridiculous things. Give yourself a challenge. Write 20 things you're grateful for every single day. It's going to be difficult. You'll be pushed to look out for tiny, tiny, small things that bring you joy. Your brain will be searching for the things to be grateful for so you can put them on your list at the end of the day every day. This is a very powerful trick, honestly. When you are a happy person, when you love yourself, you can share that love with other people. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys. Please make sure that you do something for yourself. Please make sure that you attend to your own needs as well, that you do not forget about yourself, that you always, always, always treat yourself with love and respect. Please make sure that you show yourself that love that you give to other people so freely and so willingly. Do something really nice for yourself every single day. So, yes. Anyways, you guys, happy Valentine's Day. I love you all so very much. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Please comment something down below. If you have any other ideas for the videos, please let me know. I love you so very much and I'm so grateful for you all. Thank you and I will see you in the next one. Another day, another brilliant hair day. Oh, that was cringe.